Well, hey guys, welcome everybody. So excited to be here with you all this evening. I know that there is like a 30-second delay, so I am going to give you guys a few minutes to jump on live to the call right now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up the chat bar so that I can see if you guys are leaving messages along the way. So let's just give it 1 second and we'll get right into our call tonight. So if you can see me, if you can hear me, go ahead and leave a comment so that I know that you guys are there. I would be very happy. Here we go. Let's see. One moment. All right. Hi, Hannah. Okay. All right. I see you guys. I see the live chat. We are good. I'm going to pop this chat out. Hi, Carrie. Hi, guys. All right. So let me get my screen back up over here. Man, too many screens going on. Hi, Alana. All right, so really excited tonight because we are going to do an informal business opportunity call. Now, what does that mean to you guys? It means that I am going to share with you sort of the unplugged version of Beachbody coaching. I usually do like this super formal presentation about Beachbody and the company, and I am going to hit on all of the important topics about becoming a Beachbody coach, but I want to just kind of give you like the real deal. Like, what was it like for me to start a business, and what is my background, and how did I get to where I am today, and how is it that you can actually do this? I'm actually going to give you a peek into my training site. I'm going to give you a peek into our coach portal. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the challenge tracker app that we use to support our customers. And I'm going to talk to you just a little bit about ways that you can do this too. All right. So I'm excited to have you here. So welcome. If you want to go ahead and live chat, introduce yourself, tell us where you're from. Are you a coach yet? Tag or just comment like who is the person that invited you here to this event this evening. All right. So it is Monday, or not Monday. It is Wednesday, June 21st. Tomorrow is my husband's 36th birthday. And my name is Melanie Mitro, and I am from Mars, Pennsylvania, a little town just 20 minutes north of the city of Pittsburgh. And I have two boys, Landon and Bryce. We actually just walked in from a baseball game. It was Bryce's baseball game tonight. He is my 6-year-old, and then Landon is my 8-year-old. And I can pretty much guarantee that in about 20 to 30 minutes, they're going to walk through the door. And more often than not, they're actually at my sister-in-law's right now, and they're probably going to have ice cream, and they might come in and make a little bit of a ruckus. All right. So this is my life. I have been so privileged to build my Team Beachbody business from the comfort of my own home while raising my babies, and now being able to have the ability to bring my husband home from his job. And so we are building our business together and just really enjoying life. And while it's been a lot of hard work, I can say it is the most rewarding thing that I've ever done. And I have a mission to help other people do the same thing, whether it is Beachbody or another business, whatever business venture you're setting out in your life. My goal is to show you that it's possible. Number one, by leading the way. And number two, by sharing everything that I do with you guys and really helping you to build a business. I do Business Tip Tuesdays every single Tuesday. They're up on my YouTube channel. I run coach trainings. I run team calls. This is my full-time business, and I love it. I just absolutely enjoy empowering other women to become entrepreneurs. Now, if we just back up a little bit, all right, if we back this up just a tiny bit, let's take you back 6 years ago, maybe six years and 3 months. I was 6 months postpartum with Bryce, and I had just left my job. So I had made the decision to become a stay-at-home mom, which was something I'd always wanted to do, right? My entire life, I thought about how my dream was to be a stay-at-home mom and be the Pinterest mom, raise my kids, do the fun crafts, do all the fun mom stuff with my kids. But that meant that we didn't have a lot of money. That meant that there was no extra flexible spending in our life. And that maybe wasn't exactly how I had envisioned it as a young child, thinking about my fairy tale life that I was going to have, marrying my Prince Charming, living in my castle, right? But we were living in a townhouse with 2 children, 30 pounds of postpartum baby weight. And I did not automatically shrink back to the body that I was before I had children. Actually, I was left with a lot of stretch marks a ridiculous amount of saggy skin and a horrible self-esteem, diastasis rectus. I had this horrible hernia and I was a disaster. It was 7 months after having Bryce and I was still wearing maternity clothes. I wore Spanx underneath of everything that I bought because I didn't want anybody to see my wrinkly skin, or I was afraid that somebody would see my, like, that little bump hanging out from the hernia. And I was very, very self-conscious of my body. And we didn't have the money to go get a gym membership. We didn't have the money to get a personal trainer. And my kids didn't really like going to the gym anyways. They didn't like to go in childcare. Like, we had a hard time going to church. So the thought of putting them in a childcare to take any kind of classes sounded like torture to me. So I avoided it. With that being said, I will tell you that it was like fate. I don't know if any of you have found Beachbody through fate. If you like Google search something and Beachbody came up, or workouts came up, or Shakeology came into your newsfeed, or somebody reached out to you. But my coach was somebody that I didn't personally know very well. She was married to one of my husband's high school friends, very good friends. And she reached out to me after I made a Facebook post about eating celery and trying to lose weight. And she said, hey, Melanie, I'm a Beachbody coach and I run an online, health and fitness business. And I'd love to have you as a part of my next challenge group. It's called the Summer Slim Down Challenge. And she said, all you have to do is choose a Beachbody fitness program. You have the option to replace one meal a day with Shakeology. I'll add you to this closed Facebook group and we'll support and encourage one another. And I thought, okay, that sounds good. But before I said yes, I did what most people do. And I went to her Facebook page. And I looked to see who the heck she was. And was she somebody that I actually, related to? And sure enough, she had 2 children. She had an incredible transformation that was a part of her timeline banner. So I was able to see her transformation. And I was able to scroll down through her newsfeed and down through, maybe a couple of weeks worth of posts, enough for me to say, this girl works out every day. This girl is positive, motivating, inspiring, and I want to be like her because she's had this transformation that I aspire to have. Done. Became a customer, joined the challenge group, I decided I was going to do Insanity as my first program. Now, I worked out in like 6 years, so here I am doing Insanity, the hardest program that you can possibly do, but I didn't care because I wanted to change. I wanted to change more than I wanted to stay the same. I literally drew a line in the sand and said, this is my time. I printed off the calendar for the Insanity workout program. I took my old Dell laptop down to our storage room in our townhouse in our basement, the only quiet place that I could work out while the boys were napping. Took the baby monitor with me, and every day at 2 o'clock, I pushed play. I pushed play on Insanity, and there were some days that I wanted to die. It was hard. I was sore. It was the most intense workout I'd ever done in my life. And I would finish that workout, and I can remember going in the group and posting my accountability and everybody else telling me what a good job I did. They were so proud of me. And I can remember laying in bed at night thinking, oh my God, I'm working so hard and nothing is changing. And, 4 weeks into Insanity, I really hadn't lost a ton of weight. I'd lost some inches, but I felt like for as hard as I was working, I should have better results. And so my coach, was one day we were just chit-chatting back and forth, and she says, hey, Melanie, how are things going? And I said, I'm not losing weight and I don't know why. I'm cardioing myself to death and nothing is changing. And she said, Melanie, are you following the nutrition plan? And I said, well, no, I'm just eating, diet soda or drinking diet soda, and I cut some of the cream out of my coffee, and I only put 1 scoop instead of 2 scoops of sugar in my coffee now. And I eat the 100-calorie packs, and I switched to whole grain bread and whole grain pasta, but I had no idea what I was doing. I wasn't tracking my nutrition. I wasn't counting containers. I wasn't using proper portion control. And she said, have you ever heard of clean eating? And I honestly hadn't, but she told me to go get a book. And so I went and I bought the book, and it's by an author, Tosca Reno. She wrote the Eat Clean Diet books. So Eat Clean Recharged, Eat Clean Stripped. There's a little pocket guide. And so I went and I got the Eat Clean Recharged, which is sort of the basics. This is how you learn how to eat clean. And I remember we were going on a trip to Deep Creek, Maryland, and I took that book and I read that entire book the weekend that we were away. And from that point forward, I was like, that is it. I am changing the way we're eating. My food is fuel, and I'm going to fuel my body for proper nutrition. It's not for comfort. I need to cut out some of these cravings. And I started to learn how to meal plan. And I taught myself how to pay attention to the foods that I eat and what they were doing to my body. And I got a journal, right? I just went to Target and bought one of these little journals, and I started to journal my food. Monday through Sunday, I would write down everything I ate, and I would put little hashtags or marks, hash marks there for the number of glasses of water I drank in a day. And I would go down through and I would keep track of what I was doing. And I made it my personal mission to say, okay, I am going to lose this weight. I don't care what it takes. I'm going to figure it out. I started researching clean eating. I started changing the way we were eating. I started shopping differently. And let me tell you, the first meal plan I made, I think it took me 2 hours to make. The first grocery shopping trip, Matt actually called me and was like, are you okay? Are you still at the grocery store? Like, what are you possibly doing? And I was searching up and down the aisles for all the ingredients to make these new recipes. And every day we would try something new, and sometimes we hated it. Sometimes Matt would order pizza and I'd eat a salad or I'd drink a shake, but we eventually began to figure out sort of our staples of things we liked and we didn't like. And in that process, I started to lose more weight. So Beachbody programs paired with clean eating and proper nutrition and, being a part of this support group, I was able to finish Insanity, the first workout program I ever finished. I was that girl that every time that I signed up, like January, New Year's resolutions, I would sign up for a gym membership. I get the cheap discounted gym membership. I was that person that showed up every day for the first 2 weeks and then was gone by the end of January. And then what did I do? I paid for an entire year membership that I never actually used. That was me. I would sign up for aerobics classes or yoga classes. I would use 2, classes, and then I would waste the rest of it. And so for me, this was the first time I really, truly ever stuck to anything in my life. And I'm so proud of that moment when I finished 60 Days of Insanity and everybody else was sharing their pictures. Everybody else was talking about their transformation, and I shared my transformation story. I remember taking that picture. I remember holding that May 2nd of 2011, that sign up in front of me and thinking to myself, I will never show anybody these pictures again. This is mortifying. I am mortified that this is my body and this is who I am. And now here I am sharing it with the world in hopes that it inspires you to make that first step and realize that you can do it. You're not meant to stay that way forever if you don't choose to. And so at that point, my coach reached out to me and said, Melanie, I think you would make a great coach. You're motivating other people. You're checking in every day. You're really loving the programs. I can tell you're all about this. Like, do you have an interest in becoming a coach? And I was like, I have no idea what she's talking about. I don't know anything about network marketing. I have my master's degree in special education. My undergrad is psychology. I don't know anything about business or social media, nothing. I don't even know what coaching is. And she's like, you could get paid for helping other people just like I'm helping you. And so she sent me a video, right? She sent me a video about what a Beachbody coach is and what the network is and what we do as coaches. And I watched it in my living room on the couch one evening. And I thought to myself, yep, I think I could do that. I think I could really rock it, right? How many of you are sitting here on this call tonight and you're like, yep, I know I can rock this business. Like, I believe in the programs, or I've watched other people do it. Like, if they can do it, I can do it. And that was me. I started to think about all the ways that I could run really awesome challenge groups and all the things I could teach people. I could teach them how to meal plan. I could teach them what are some healthy snack options, and okay, what were the things that my kids loved and didn't love? What did my husband like to eat? How did I get my water intake in? I had come up with all these crazy ways with like water bands, like hair ties around my water bottles, and LaCroix water is a good way. And I just was like taking pictures and sharing this stuff already, and I wasn't even a coach. And so the more these ideas swirled around in my head, the more I thought, I can rock this business. But I had one problem. My husband did not believe I could rock this business. He believed that, in fact, I was going to join a pyramid scheme, and that if I really wanted to get a job, we could put our kids in daycare and I could go back to work. He said, that's a ripoff. You'll never be successful. They're just going to take your money. People don't really do those things, and they're not really successful at them, right? And in the back of my mind, I'm going, no, Matt, I think this is different. I think that this is different. And he was like, it's not different, Melanie, and we can't afford it anyways. So me being the stubborn and bullheaded person that I am, I was like, I'm going to find a way. And I found a way. I found a way to save up the money that I was given for my birthday in July of 2011, and I signed up to be a Beachbody coach. I bought a bag of Shakeology, and at that time, there were no challenge packs, so I had to pay a $40 coach sign-up fee, and I signed up to become a coach. And I waited 7 whole days before I told him that I had signed up. But I was so excited, and when I told him, I got exactly what I thought I would get. Number one, that is a scam and a ripoff. I hope you enjoy that bag of powder because you will never get to buy that again, right? He said, you are going to fail at this. And he was like, I am not supporting you in this whatsoever. And he didn't. And I was like, darn it, I am going to prove you wrong. And I set out on a path to prove him wrong and to prove to myself that I could change one person's life. If I could transform one person's life the way that I had been transformed, then I was doing my job, and I was doing my job right. So I started out my first challenge group. I was excited. I announced on social media that I was a Beachbody coach. I shared my transformation story with the world. I was scared to death. I can remember typing my transformation post and sitting at the computer going, oh my God, I'm really going to hit send on this. Like, I am going to share with all of Facebook my before photo. And I started to sweat and I started to panic. And I was like, I just have to do it. And I remember hitting enter and walking away. And I walked away and I was like, oh God, I can't believe I just did that. I deleted it. What should I do? I reread it over and over again. And all I wanted to do was inspire people to know that they could change too. And people started to comment, congratulations, I'm so proud of you. You look amazing. What program did you do? I need to do what you're doing. And so I sat down and I started messaging those people. Thank you so much for liking my post. Thank you so much for, for your support. I really appreciate it. So-and-so said, hey, I'm really interested in what you're doing. And so I reached out to them and I said, hey, I'm doing Beachbody workouts and I'm teaching people how to eat clean and how to meal plan. And I'd love to help you out. And of course, I came out of the gate so excited to help other people to achieve their health and fitness goals, but nobody wanted to pay for it. Everybody thought it was free. Everybody thought that what I was doing was a free service. And so what ended up happening is I got a lot of people that were like, nope, can't afford that. Nope, don't want to do it. Nope, maybe another time. Oh, I go to the gym, or oh, I'll buy it off of eBay. And I was kind of deflated. I was kind of deflated in the first month. And it got me to thinking, all right, I read my very first book that I ever read was The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. And in that book, in that personal development book, they talk about this whole idea of the slight edge. It is those things that we Beachbody coaches do or business builders do, those small, seemingly insignificant activities that you do by choice, day in and day out over time, are either going to take you closer to your goal or further away from your goal. So when I talk about like sharing on social media and adding value and talking about recipes and tips and motivation and my workout accountability and me just getting results and staying accountable, every day that I made a Facebook post, every day that I invited somebody to join that was like watching me or following me or made a comment to me about being interested in what I was doing, every day I made a very conscious decision to ask people to join me. Every day I made posts on social media. I didn't care if I got 0 likes or 10 likes. There were times when I was like, is anybody out there? Is anybody listening to me? But about 35 days into my business, right? No background, no network marketing experience. I was literally just following what my upline told me to do. It started to happen for me. And people started to say, Melanie, you're inspiring me. I'm either going to join you or I'm going to block you. You're getting up at 5 a.m. You're doing these workouts. You look amazing. You look happy. Your kids look healthy. Tell me what you're doing. And so what happened is I started to gain credibility because I was choosing to say I have a vision for how I'm going to help people. And I know that my actions are going to speak louder than my words. And I know that if I keep showing up, I know that if I stay consistent, I know that if I teach people things, they will want to come back and come to my page for more. So I took my master's degree in special education, right? I took my classroom education and I said, all right, Facebook and Instagram are going to be my classroom. My blog is going to be my classroom. And you are my students. And I am going to teach you how to live a healthier lifestyle. I'm going to teach you how to portion control. I'm going to teach you recipe swaps. I'm going to give you healthy cocktail recipes. I'm going to talk to you about how do you go on vacation and stay healthy. And I am going to teach you what I do to achieve the results that I've achieved. And so I started my blog. I started MelanieMitro.com, and my blog was a way for me to blog recipes that were kid tested and husband approved. When did I blog? I blogged before the kids got up in the morning, or at nap time, or when they went to bed at night, or on a Saturday or Sunday when it was quiet in the house or people weren't awake yet. I found these little tiny pockets where I could create content for other people. And that pocket sometimes was like 2 hours when my kids would take a good nap. And then sometimes it was 30 minutes. And the awesome part about what we do as coaches is you can build your business anywhere. You can build your business anywhere that you have a Wi-Fi connection and, either your phone or a laptop or a desktop or an iPad. It doesn't matter where you are. You can build your business anywhere. So I'd be watching Paw Patrol on a Monday morning, and my kids are one sitting on each side of me, and they're sitting there drinking their juice, and I'm sitting here making my Facebook post in the morning about my morning workout. Or we're all sitting around making ourselves a snack, and I'm making healthy snacks with the kids. They pose for a picture. I narrate the recipe. I've got a post of the day, and I'm teaching people how me, through my life, is how you can do the same things that I was doing. So I was essentially teaching other people. But the one thing that I learned to do was I learned to ask for a decision. I learned to say, if you're interested in learning more about what I do, I offer a service. I am a health and fitness coach. I don't have a background in, nutrition, or I'm not a fitness instructor or a personal trainer, but what I am is somebody that has experience. And I can teach you what I've done that worked well for me. And if you'd like to join me, I'm going to motivate you every day. I'm going to keep you accountable. I'm going to match you up with a fitness program that meets your needs through Beachbody. You're going to replace one meal a day with Shakeology. And I am going to walk you through the process of getting results from start to finish. And as long as you don't give up on yourself, I certainly won't give up on you. If you've been following me, if you've been watching me, if you are inspired by the changes I'm making in my life, join me. We're in this together, right? We're just other moms motivating other moms trying to get in shape. So what happened is I got my first couple of customers. I ran my first challenge group. They got awesome results. I shared their results on social media. I shouted them out. And what happened is they told their friends what an awesome coach that I was. And then their friends joined my challenge groups. And then they told their friends how awesome that Melanie was, and that she does meal planning, and she does all of these extra things, and she really holds people accountable, and she's really positive and inspiring. And before you knew it, my circle was starting to grow. I obviously wasn't letting up, and I was continuing to grow my own circle, and find new people and expand past my warm market, or the people that I did have that I was friends with. And I'm a very private person. I would consider myself sort of introverted. So I had to make my profile public. I had to put myself out there. I didn't know how to take a selfie. I didn't know how to take pictures of myself. I had an old flip phone that didn't have Wi-Fi. So I was learning all of these things from scratch. So if you're sitting here tonight thinking, I am not Melanie, I'm not at my goal weight, or I don't have all this business experience. I don't know how to write a blog. I don't even have friends on Facebook yet, right? Maybe you only have an Instagram account. So what? Are you coachable? Are you teachable? Do you have a drive and a passion? Do you love working out? Do you love teaching people how to make healthier choices? Do you love building a business? Do you have an entrepreneurial spirit? Are you willing to just sort of jump in and say, all right, I don't know everything about Beachbody, but I certainly am willing to learn. I don't know everything about the company, but I certainly love the mission. I've been following you or another coach long enough to know that these ladies, these women, they've got their heart in the right place, and they really do want to help me succeed. And I want to be a part of that kind of a community. And when you have that feeling, you can learn anything. It's not about talent. It's not about skill, right? It's about the drive and the passion. I shared this with my team today. It was something called Grit. There's a book by Angela Duckworth, and she wrote this book, and it's called Grit. I just started reading it. I'm not very far into it yet, but she talks about the definition of grit. And she actually studied West Point students. And to get into West Point, it's a rigorous entry sort of testing and procedures that you go through. You go through, your psychological, your IQ testing, you go through physical testing, you have training you have to go through. You start in 11th grade. And out of like 4,000 applicants, I think they narrow it down to like 1,200 people they actually accept, like the best of the best of the best. And then when they get in, they go through this thing and it's called Beast. And Beast is like this ridiculous beast-like training camp that you go through. And so now you have all these highly talented, highly motivated, very smart individuals, and they're quitting. They're quitting. Why are they quitting? And they couldn't figure out why these people that on paper had it all together, they were smart, they were intelligent, they were physically in good shape, but why? Why couldn't they make it through that beast training? And the reason was they didn't have grit. And grit is not about talent. You can learn any skill. You can outwork the competition. You can learn how to be successful at anything you put your mind to. But grit is that you have a passion and a purpose and a perseverance. So you have a passion for health and fitness. You have a passion for building a business, for helping other people, and you persevere when the times get tough, when people tell you no, or when you have a few slip-ups, or when you have a couple of setbacks, and you have grit because you see the finish line. And you see that this is a business opportunity that can actually provide you with comfort, with fulfillment, that yes, it may be hard work, but it's a work that you're willing to do because it's a work that you love. You know, a lot of us, I don't know how many of you are fitness trainers out there, right? How many of you are personal trainers or instructors? You are an instructor because you love your job. You love teaching that spin class. You love teaching that yoga class. You are an instructor not because you're raking in the dough. True? True statement. You genuinely love what you do. A teacher, I feel the same way about teachers. Teachers are teachers because they love children. They love being a teacher, not because they're millionaires, right? And so what makes somebody really good at their job? It's the grit factor. It is really just the grit factor. So if you're sitting here thinking right now, I'm not at my goal weight, I'm not a nutritionist, I'm not a personal trainer, I don't have Instagram, I don't even know what the heck a blog is, I certainly don't have a YouTube channel, I don't care. If you have the drive and you're coachable, we will teach you. We will teach you everything you need to know, all right? So with that being said, we're gonna just talk really quickly about the company and then I'm gonna talk about how I can teach you, all right? So the next thing is this, what is Beachbody anyways, right? Beachbody is not a pyramid scheme. That was the first thing I Googled when I started as a coach because I thought, man, I better get my act together here so I can actually explain what I'm a part of because I certainly, want to make sure that I have, the right ammo in my back pocket to handle whatever stuff other people were going to throw at me. And so I did my research. Now, a pyramid scheme is a company that only cares about signing up people as like distributors, right? So they're just signing people up and they're signing them up and they're saying, all right, you're going to sign up as a coach or as a distributor, right? And I don't care about the product. I don't care if you even consume or get on the product that we promote. I make my money off of signing you and signing you and signing you. And the more distributors that I bring into my organization, the more money that I make. And I'm always at the top and I make all the money. Right? And there's no transaction of a good or service. It's just all about the signups. That's where you make your money at, right? You don't care if somebody is continuing on and getting results or reordering. In a pyramid scheme, it's illegal, right? It is illegal and you will get shut down. The FTC will come in, they will shut you down. It is illegal and it won't be open for very long, all right? In Beachbody, there is a transaction of goods and services. We place the highest value on the customer getting results. Maybe you're going to come in as a brand new coach, but you've never done a challenge group before. You've never drank Shakeology before. You've never done a Beachbody fitness program. The first thing you're going to do is get to be a part of a challenge group because I want you to experience Shakeology. I want you to experience what it's like to have a transformation or start and finish a fitness program. I want you to get that experience because I know that you'll be the best advocate for the business if you yourself believe in what you're doing. So we have customers and we have coaches. So we have customers that come in and we run them through challenge groups, and we have coaches that come in just like you and we teach you the business and we teach you challenge groups as well. Also, another thing is I'm not always at the top. I may be the top coach right now, but you could out earn me if I stopped working my business and I stopped growing my team and I stopped bringing new people in and running my support and accountability groups. Other people can outrank me. Other people can achieve more success, can go higher. There's not this hierarchy there at all that people think or sometimes have that misconception. It is all about the effort and intensity you put into your business. What you put in is what you're going to get out. You know, you are essentially the CEO of your own business. You drive the business. You have your own franchise, basically, is kind of what it is. And you get to say, this is my team culture. These are the kinds of people I want on my team. These are the kinds of challenge groups I want to run. Maybe you're vegan. Maybe you're paleo. Maybe you do high fat, low carb. And you're like, okay, I want to teach people this style of nutrition and healthy living. Go for it. It is your business. The sky is the limit. We just use Beachbody fitness programs. We use the Shakeology nutrition plan, and that's how we help people get results. All right. So hopefully that answers that question. And honestly, if there's any questions you have along the way tonight, don't hesitate to reach out and ask, and just post it in the comments here. Okay. All right. So let's talk a little bit about what do we do as challenge groups. So our job as Beachbody coaches, our primary job is to help people achieve healthy and fulfilling lives. That is our mission here at Beachbody, and that is exactly what we do. So we run multiple kinds of groups. Sometimes we run free groups where we're just like saying, hey, try it out, see what you think. 7 days of clean eating with a meal plan and 7 days of accountability support and posts that kind of help you to understand the process of what we do. We run challenge groups. So for example, the shift shop is coming up. So, you know, we're going to run a big challenge group for the shift shop, and everybody's going to be doing that program, following the nutrition plan, replacing 1 meal a day with Shakeology. And I'm going to be in there making videos. You know, you don't have to make videos, but I have a guide, a script that I have created where every day there will be a post of the day. And I'll motivate and keep people accountable. I help them set realistic goals. How did I learn all of that? By doing it myself. The more I learned how to set goals, the more I learned how to do the nutrition and the fitness, the easier it was for me naturally to teach it because I was doing it already. So it made it easy for me to share. All right. We also run general challenge groups. So right now I'm getting ready to kick off my summer survival guide challenge group where I'm teaching people, okay, you're going on vacation. Here's how you maintain balance. You go into a barbecue. Here's some barbecue options. Maybe you want to take this as a side dish, or maybe you want to pre-eat before you go. We talk about traveling and how to get your workouts in and how to handle restaurants and temptations and late night snacking and all of the things that come up in this journey, because weight loss is sort of an emotional thing. You know, weight loss is sort of it's a hard thing for us to do, and we have to break habits. And my job is to be there for you. And we have this awesome app. It's called the Challenge Tracker app. And I'm actually going to show you what that looks like. So Beachbody has this Challenge Tracker app. Let's see your entire screen. You should now be able to see my entire screen here. All right. So the Challenge Tracker app actually looks like this. Let me go over here. All right. So this is the Challenge Tracker app. When you look at it, right, you can see this is my group. It's called the Summer Survival Guide. I can actually go over here, and I have a couple of different groups that are sort of happening at this moment. So here you can see this Summer Slim Down Challenge and 3-day refresh. So we started with the 3-day refresh. We're on day 23 of 41. Now you can see here was my post of the day. I posted this at 6 o'clock, and it talks about, you know, the effects of fast food on your body. And I go through and I share a little article and I give you a link to go check it out. And then I have people comment below. And now I can comment back and I can interact with people, right? So I can tag people and I can type a comment. And done. And now I can interact with all of my customers, right? Now I can see Amber. Okay, Amber logged her Shakeology, greenberry, cantaloupe, sunflower butter. Oh, that sounds awesome. Squeeze of lemon. Nice first day of summer. That sounds delicious, right? Now, this is my job. I go through. I have my post of the day that goes off in the morning, and I get to check in with all of my customers, right? Holy abs. You look amazing. So proud of you, right? So I've been watching her. She's been doing an amazing job. I can check in with all of my customers. This is awesome. It takes it out of Facebook, although you can use Facebook. But as a coach, I can see all of my participants that are a part of this group. I can see when they logged in last. I can see when their last Shakeology was. I know who their coach is. I can add files in there. I can click on each person and I can see, okay, when did Lisha check in last? I can see, okay, she's logged 17 workouts and 18 Shakeologies. She's been active for 22 days. I can see all of her progress photos. It's awesome. I can see everything that she is doing. I can check to see, okay, when did she log her shakes? When did she do her workouts, right? And it's all listed right there. So this is an awesome thing that you get to do as a coach is you have access to this. It's called our Challenge Tracker Coach Portal. And I can literally go in and set up challenge groups right here for all of my customers, add them in through their email address, and then provide them with support and accountability and motivation. And this, to me, quite honestly, is an awesome feature to have. It's app-based too, so I can add people through here. And then what happens is all of my customers will log in through the Challenge Tracker app, and then they will interact through their mobile device, their phone, their iPad, all of that good stuff, all right? So this is how we help our customers. We can do it through the Challenge Tracker app, and then sometimes people will do closed Facebook groups, so we have that option as well, okay? The second thing that I do as a Beachbody coach, one of my other jobs, is to, once I got started and I realized, okay, I really think I could be good at this, and I see that the other people in the business from national wake-up calls, they're rank advancing. They're getting to diamond, they're getting to emerald, they're getting to star diamond. There's like this little chatter of these people that are starting to earn these like really big paychecks, and it's all because they're helping people achieve their goals. And so I, being the student that I am, said, all right, I'm going to figure this out. How do I advance to emerald? How do I maximize the business opportunity? And so now there's a second lever to your business where you've got customers. You're earning a 25% commission off of everything that people purchase. You get a bonus from like challenge packs that you sell. For example, like a Beachbody On Demand All Access Challenge Pack is a $50 commission. So when you sign somebody up with that, you get the $50 right off the bat. All right, 5 people, 4 people, you've got $200, $250 in a week or 2 weeks or in a month. But there's another way you can earn. You can earn an income by your team. So if I sign up to be a coach and I have Nikki and Jennifer and they're both in my challenge group and they're doing an incredible job, I can go to Nikki just like my coach did to me and say, hey, Nikki, I think you would make a great coach. And here is why. And I invite her to become a coach. And if she says yes, I get to place her on my business on the left and on the right, and I get to build myself to emerald. Now I'm able to build what's called residual income. I've got a binary system is what they call it. I've got 2 legs to my organization, and now my goal is to build up my team. So when I bring a coach on, I want to help them run a challenge group, just like I'm running challenge groups. Now, don't be afraid, because I will teach you everything that you need to know. Promise, I will teach you everything that I need to know, because I have a systematic guide for training, for getting new coaches started right, for helping them to launch their first challenge group, to using social media, to how to set up a like page and set up an event and do all of that stuff. And that training is called my New Coach University. And in the New Coach University, and I'll give you a little like screenshot here so you can see what that looks like. And I think this is one of the really cool parts about our team. One of the things that we do, let me find it here. Where is it at? I always have way more windows open than I need to. Oh, there it is. Okay, so here's my Coach University right here. And basically what it is everybody starts their first day is prep week. Or prep week, which will actually start next week. And basically I have like a welcome video that welcomes new coaches in. I give them some information about what they can expect to be a part of our team. Then you've got like a let's get started. You cover the basics, and it goes basically down through and talks about setting up your first call. And we talk about getting plugged into a challenge group. I have a new coach webinar. So this is everything that you need to know about getting started as a coach. I have team calls. So every single Monday night, we have a team call that I do. And then on Wednesdays at 12 noon, I have a new coach call for the first 4 weeks that basically walks you through the first 30 days of your business and anything that you could possibly need to know. We talk about the vital behaviors. This really needs to change. It's four, well, it says four vital here, but out here it says three. But we talk about, okay, what are the most important things that you need to know in your business? And all this great stuff, right? And then what I do is every day there is an assignment. And you can see, right, that each time the coaches do their assignments, you can see they're on day 17th, it's power hour. So there we're talking about what constitutes a power hour and how do you get your work done in an hour a day. We talk about invites, adding to your network, your personal development, and being a product of the product. And so this is one of my favorite tools because it allows me to interact with all of my coaches, to answer their questions, to give them a way to check in and stay accountable. All right. So I absolutely love my coach training site because number one, it's all of the things that took me forever to learn, forever to get the hang of, that I had to sort of in the trenches build. And I put it in a nice little neat package and I said, here you go. This is your first 30 days as a coach. Yeah, I know that it's going to be overwhelming, but I want you just to focus on these few things. It's self-paced. You do it at your own time. Some of us work at night. Some of us work in the morning. Some of us work, on the train ride into work, during the day. And that's okay too. I set it up in a way that allows you that flexibility to build your business when it is convenient for you. But we're hands-on, and our team really does preach that servant leadership. If you sign up as a coach with the Dream Team, we're not just going to sign you up and say, go figure it out, right? We're going to say to you, all right, here's the step-by-step process. I expect you to now go and try it and do it and then come back to me and ask me questions if something didn't go right, but one of the things that we don't do is we're not going to chase you down. I'm not going to hunt you down. I'm not going to set a quota. There's no minimum monthly. You have to sell X, Y, or Z, but we give you benchmarks. Hey, if you want to build a business, this is what you should focus on. Hey, if you want to build a team, this is what you maybe should set a benchmark at. We try to make sure that we are matching our guidance, our structure to you as an individual so that you are building a business that is comfortable for your life, but obviously challenges you outside of your comfort zone a little bit too. All right. So that is one of the things that we do as coaches. All right. Is provide this support and accountability to all of you. All right. So let me pull this and make sure. Any questions so far? I don't see anything here in this live chat. So I just kind of keep looking to make sure that I'm checking it out. All right. So now the next thing is, what do you do if you say to yourself, man, I really think I could do this coaching. I want to earn Success Club, and Success Club is our rewards program where basically what we do is you can earn trips. So how many of you have seen us we went to Punta Cana last year. We're going to go to Riviera Maya. We've done cruises. We've been to Disney. And every year, Beachbody comes out with a new Success Club trip. And the Success Club trip is meant to be a rewards program. It's rewarding you for doing your job, essentially. So for every, 3 to 5 people you help each month with a challenge pack, new people every month, you earn points and trip dollars towards this trip. And at the end of the calendar year, if you have earned, at least between 5 and 10 new customers every month, you are going to earn that trip to Riviera Maya next year with the coaching organization. I think that's pretty cool, especially for somebody that did not have the money to travel, would have never been able to take our family on a vacation. The sense of pride that I got out of being able to say I earned that trip to Disney for my family was like the ultimate accomplishment. And for me, it was just something small like that made the biggest difference to me. Also, another goal I set for myself was like, I'm going to pay cash for Christmas. I am not going to put this on a credit card. I am not going to be paying this off until March. We are not going to live paycheck to paycheck. Like, I am going to make enough cash so we can pay cash for Christmas. I worked so hard at getting new customers and leading by example and sharing all of these great ways to have a healthy holiday, and I accomplished my goal. I paid cash for Christmas. I felt amazing. It was these small wins that I started to have as a new coach where I said, I think I could do a little bit more. I think I could get to 2-star, right? And get the bonus, the quarterly bonus that Beachbody gives out. They have a 2% that they take out of the company and their revenue that they generate, and they put it into a bucket. And they split it up into 4 bonus pools, 0.5% for each bonus pool. And so at the higher up you get in your leadership, you are eligible for the bonuses. It's 0.5%. And if you are at the highest rank in the company, you're going to get all 4 bonuses. If you're, the 3rd rank in the company, as far as like star diamond, and, it's 2-star, and then it goes 5-star, 10-star, and 15, then you earn a bigger portion of the pot. And so for me, I started to think, okay, I'm going to challenge myself to elevate my leadership, to invite more people, and let me see if we can't start to create some freedom for ourselves. Maybe we can pay off our debt, because right now all we're doing is fighting about money. And so I began to take my business and say, if I just applied the slight edge, the little more intensity, the little more effort, could I build a really significant income? Here we are 6 years later. I said to my husband, about 2 years into it, I said, I think you need to quit your job. I was like, it's getting a little overwhelming, and I'm trying to raise the kids. I'm trying to keep the house up. I'm trying to do all of these things. And he looked at me like I had 3 heads. And he was like, I will never, ever leave my full-time job. Like, I work. This is what I do. And I was like, all right, fine. We got a babysitter. We got some help. I had 2 days a week where somebody came in and actually helped me so that I could have just like 3 to 4 hours in my office where I could make phone calls or write my blog posts. And you know what? It was good for me. It actually gave me something else to focus on that was for me. And I just loved it. I couldn't wait to get up in the morning and to work on my business, because I just knew that the possibilities were endless. And social media is like, its possibilities are endless. Like, you don't realize what you can accomplish when you use social media, right? You can reach people outside of your little bubble that you never even thought were possible. All right, so we fast forward, I would say 2 years ago, a little over 2 years ago, Matt turned in his resignation at his corporate job. He decided that it was now time. I was the top coach in Team Beachbody, and we definitely are conservative. He could have quit way before that, but we are the kind of people that really overanalyze every decision before we make it. Or Matt is, I should say. I was like, come on, this is what we need. I'm going to lose my mind here. I'm trying to hold it all together. Like, I need you to help me. And now we have this amazing marriage. We have a great relationship. We get to see each other more often. And we are not only just building a business, but we're really changing people's lives. I feel genuinely, I love my team. I love what the Dream Team stands for. Matt has a personal vested interest in making sure that all of the husbands feel welcomed and supported, and they know that their wives are doing an amazing job, and that they are just as important to this process as the wife is. Right? And he does such a good job at organizing golf and get-togethers when we go on trips, so that everybody feels a part of the family. And I love to teach. I love to lead. I love to make team calls. I love to do trainings. I love to show you that it is possible. I love to teach you discipline and time management, things that you can apply for the rest of your life. And I want you to succeed, no matter if you're my personally sponsored coach or you are signed up under somebody else. That's my job. My job is to help you succeed. And I am want to pinch myself and say, is this really my job? Like, do I really get paid to take selfies and motivate other people to work out? And the answer is yes, I do. And I'm very proud to be a Team Beachbody coach. And I'm very proud to be a part of an organization that really just truly cares about not a quick fix, right? I don't want you just to do 21 days of the 21-day fix and then leave. I really want you to make it a lifestyle change. I want you to stick around. I want you to drink Shakeology for the rest of your life, not because I make a commission off of it, but because it's really, really good stuff. And Matt and I have been drinking Shakeology for 6 years. And our sicknesses are cut in half. Our skin looks amazing. Our hair and our nails and our energy level and our digestion, and just overall, we are getting nutrition that we were clearly not getting before. And I love seeing that transformation and that shift of people saying, you saved my life, or you helped me out of a bad situation, or it was because of this group that I'm still here today. And it's those stories that make me say, man, as challenging as my business can be at times, when people give up on themselves or when people quit, yeah, it sucks a little bit. But there's nothing sweeter than hearing from a coach saying that you changed their life. And I'm like, That's it. That's it. That's what I love. This is my job, and I can't imagine being anywhere else. So here's the thing. If you're interested in becoming a coach, we are kicking off our next Coach University. July 3rd is the start date. Next week starts preseason. You've got a prep week. We have a new coach kickoff call that we'll be kicking off with next one night next week. You can log into that. To get signed up as a coach, there's a couple of options. So if this really spoke to you and you're like, I'm in, I'm game, sign me up. I want to be a part of this really awesome team. Oh, and did I mention we are open for business in the United States and Canada, but we are launching in the UK in the autumn, in late autumn, which is like October-ish timeframe, probably September, October, November. Beachbody is going to open up another international wing, and that's in the UK, which is a whole nother opportunity for you to get customers and coaches and build your team and grow this incredible organization. So the sky is really the limit, right? And it really, truly is. So if this spoke to you, number one, you want to reach out to the person that invited you here. Maybe you just found me randomly on social media, on Instagram, on Facebook, on my blog. Send me a message. Email me at mjmitro@gmail.com. If you're a part of my, somebody invited you here, like Carrie or Alana or Rebecca or Stacy, I'm just reading their names off. If any of those ladies, anybody invited you to this call tonight, you're going to reach out to them. We're all a part of the team. We all do our trainings together. You're going to get all the training the rest of us do. So don't worry about it. You sign up with the person that you spoke to that gave you the link for tonight's call. When you sign up, the best way to do it is through a challenge pack. Why? Well, you get your $40 coach sign up fee waived. It's the only time you get to buy a challenge pack as a coach. And they bundle the fitness program together with Shakeology for 30 days. You get the portion fix, you get the containers, you get discounted shipping and price, and you get to sign up as a coach. And it's very affordable. Right now, the Beachbody On Demand, the All Access Challenge Pack, basically what All Access is the ability to stream the entire Beachbody library. Every fitness program that's ever been released, any program that will be released in the next 12 months, you will have access to. Any like Beachbody On Demand exclusive stuff you get. You also get Shakeology, the portion fix, the containers for $160. And your $40 coach fee is waived. Like, you just can't beat that. It's usually it's $199 usually, and it's down to $160. So that's our sale and our promotion for the month. So, and then Shift Shop comes out next month. So you're like, okay, I'll do 21 Day Fix, I'll do Sean Week or Sean Month, and then I'll roll right into Shift Shop, and then we'll roll right into the next program that I'm sure will be announced and coming out in the fall. Like, there's just going to be one thing after the next that you're going to be able to do to keep yourself accountable and to get your own results and help other people as well. So if you have Shakeology, cancel it. Reorder the challenge pack. It's super easy. If you already have Beachbody On Demand, what you want to do is cancel your Shakeology and get like the 3-day refresh challenge pack. You can drink the Shakeology and do the 3-day refresh. You have 3-day results that you can share instantaneously with somebody else and get your business going. So that's another option for you. Or you can buy the physical DVD program, the 21 Day Fix, Max 30, all of those great ones. So that's your option. I always say challenge pack is the best option. It's really the only way to go. If you or your spouse is active duty military, you actually get your business service fees waived. So every month there is a $16.95 business service fee that you pay regardless if you are actively working the business or if you're just getting the discount. And so there's no fee, there's no penalty. If you decide that coaching is not for you, you can cancel or change it and downgrade back to a customer at any time with no questions asked. But you get that waived if you are active duty military, you or your spouse, or if you, the signing coach, is a veteran. Those are the ways that you can save a little bit of money in this process. All right. So that's what I got for you guys tonight. I really, really hope that you decide to become a part of our team. I hope that this spoke to you. I just hope that it gave you a lot of information. And the bottom line is this. I want you to know I am no different than you, like absolutely no different whatsoever. I just had this vision for, number one, being able to work at home, be home with my kids, and do something that I love. I was willing to be coachable. I learned how to invite people by not feeling salesy. That is the last thing that I wanted to do. I was so afraid that I was going to have to sell to my family and friends. And so every day when I would wake up, I would say to myself, I am going to learn how to make really engaging Facebook posts so people ask me for help. And so I did. I Google searched how to get good interaction on Facebook, how to drive traction, how to find new friends, how to have great connections and contacts. And I just educated myself and I tried over and over and over again until I figured it out. It's going to be the same thing with you, right? You may be a part of the #1 team in the network, but it all starts with you. The belief that you have in yourself that you can achieve amazing, amazing goals with your Beachbody business. So you got to reach out to your coach. You got to get started. I know that I'm only accepting 25 new coaches on my team. That is it. That's all I'm taking because that's all I can humanly possibly handle for this July 3rd Coach Training University. If you want to be one of the people that are part of that team, you need to contact me as soon as possible or reach out to the coach that invited you here tonight and they will get you hooked up and ready to go. All right. Okay, guys, I hope that you had a wonderful time. I hope this answered a lot of your questions. And again, do not hesitate to send me a message if you need anything at all. You can visit my website, MelanieMitro.com. I'm putting it in the chat bar, or you can email me at mjmitro@gmail.com if you have other questions. I'd be glad to answer them. And I hope that we will be welcoming you to the Dream Team in the near future. Have a wonderful evening, and thanks so much for your time. Bye, everybody.